Congratulations. You found the Twin Cities Hit Show.
Very well. Where do I begin?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
Wait a minute. This sounds interesting.
I'm back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend.
Reach for this one.
And now, a real hit show.
How long has it been? Well, don't tell or I'll have to strangle you.
Live from the Twin Cities.
I know you said to put it behind me, but I guess I just couldn't.
You're human. Making mistakes is part of what we do.
It's the Twin Cities Hit Show.
What I'm about to do is deeply wrong.
Let's get this hit show started.
Well, alrighty then. This feels good, Chuck, right?
This feels great.
Contain your enthusiasm. Courtney McLean is back in the studio.
Back.
Oh, hi, everybody. Did you miss me? I missed you.
You did not.
Well, on some levels.
You've been sleeping in for
You know
months.
what I think is really weird is that I'm coming back the morning after Bruce Jenner has come out as Caitlyn Jenner.
Why is that weird?
Because that's like what we talked about all the time before I left was Bruce Jenner.
I never really paid attention. What's going on with Bruce Jenner?
Well, you see, he's had
He's
a
a
change of
champion.
heart.
He's a she.
If by heart you mean vagina.
He looked amazing,
Right.
by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
on that,
yeah.
On that Eddie Leibovitz photo. Photoshop, anyone?
They all get it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he looks
did.
35,
She did.
not 70.
She looks pretty. She's 70?
No.
65, right?
In
Wow.
the 60s, yeah.
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 Caitlyn, not
Cougar
Bruce Jenner.
Town.
Okay,
Caitlyn.
Whatever.
So we got lots to talk about on the show today, including a gentleman here from Minnesota. You're a songwriter.
I am.
This guy just won't stop recording songs on YouTube. Some he
Dang.
writes. Some he does covers of every day. Every day.
I'm lucky if I use the bathroom every day.
Which,
So are we.
Courtney, you arrived too late for your morning
For my morning poop.
potty
I
at
did,
the studio.
and I'm sorry. Okay, so we got in a little late start today, and it's my fault.
Yes, it
and
is.
because I had to watch the last half hour of Game of Thrones because I had shut it off.
Oh, you shouldn't tell
twice.
us that.
I
That's a horrible excuse.
I know it is. It's super unprofessional, but
Here-
worth it. It was worth it.
I heard the season's not so good, but the episode was?
Really? I think the season has been, every episode has been like home run.
Oh.
But you know what? I did like kind of go into this last episode with sort of a different mental space because I heard that because George R.R. Martin he is not having the next book come out, and so now the series is diverging from where the books are going.
Oh, new
so
material.
so that's kind of weird. So it's like not necessarily where the characters' trajectories are not what George R.R. Martin intended. So I'm
Man, I
like,
could not be less interested. That's amazing.
I actually have been.
see, this is why I
conversation
quit the show because like anything I say,
No. You're a lot of people obviously are huge Game
Right,
of Thrones fans, and I just my problem was I'm late to the party,
Mm-hmm.
and now there's so much content. I'm like, I can't even binge watch to catch up.
but you
Jennifer
will.
watches it, and
Yeah.
I was watching some of the new stuff, and I got lost right away.
Yeah.
Her parents are huge into it.
Yeah.
So they were over Memorial Weekend when I sat through like an episode and a half, and I'm like, wait, who is that?
I know.
And where is this? And what's that
I've
dude's
had
name?
to watch every episode twice. I've watched it through, and then I watched it through again. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot they were friends. And oh, yeah, I forgot that and that.
Chuck,
Anyway.
are you in on this? Are
Yeah.
you a Game of Thrones?
No, I'm not.
He's setting up other things, though.
Yeah,
It's all good.
I'm watching House of Cards. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
It's just
very
set in
similar plot line,
yeah.
characters, costumes, everything's very.
Did they also have zombies
Yes,
and dragons?
A lot of zombies.
Wow.
Chuck's life is a chair of pain, different than a Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
A chair of pain.
Here's a before we move on, because I want to catch up with Courtney, and there is some stuff in the news. Here's a bit of our first guest.
Hey everybody, this is ZacharyScotJohnson, the Song a Day Project, where I try to record a song a day every day for as long as I can keep doing that. Today I'd like to do a very brand new original. I think it's going to be called Get It Back. It's actually new enough that I'm not positive, but I think that's what it'll be.
So he is approaching, or is that, did you go over 1,000?
Today
is 1,000.
Yeah, today.
Ooh.
Is what you're about to do going to be considered the 1,000th?
No, that one we recorded a few days ago. I had a guest, so when we record them with guests, sometimes it's recorded ahead of time. But so Jeremy Messersmith, who's a great Minneapolis singer-songwriter, was my guest for the 1000th. So it's probably up now. I scheduled it to go up at about 9 o'clock, so I think it's up.
1,000 and going, or do you stop now?
No, I'm keep going.
All right, so
you've been doing it for 1,000 days?
What?
1,000 days?
Yeah, 1,000 consecutive days. Haven't missed it. It's actually closer to 1,100 videos because some days I record more than one, just in case there's not enough of me on the internet.
Yeah.
Well, feel free to chime in. We're going to hear more about your story, but
and he's got his guitar right in his lap there.
I'm watching Homeland.
Oh yeah,
that's yours.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
I lost Showtime in the divorce, so I haven't seen this season. But
I haven't either.
I think legally you can get Showtime back if you want.
If you have money. I also lost all my money in the divorce.
Oh, well, there is that. There is that.
I don't even have toilet paper.
Chuck, you need some...
I love that the music stopped right
we
at
need,
that moment.
We need some motivation. Here you go. Here's some motivation for all of us from Shia LaBeouf.
Oh.
This is
do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Where is that
Some
from?
people dream of success.
Shia
while
posted
you're going to wake up
a
and
motivational
work hard at it.
thing
Nothing
on
is
YouTube.
impossible.
Just your dreams.
You should get
The real story behind his
He needs a
motivational
voice
rant.
coach.
Yeah, what is it?
You're not going to
Just
stop
pulling it
there.
up here.
No, what are you waiting for?
Just do
Do
it.
it!
Oh, my gosh.
The first time you see it,
Just
Yes.
do it!
Okay.
Yes, you can!
I can.
throughout this rant, he's
Just
contorting
do
himself. He doubles over. He plucks him the performance so ridiculously over the top that if you're like most people, you can't help laughing at what in that case, right? But it gets better, much better. He was filmed in front of a green screen. You know what that means? Blah blah blah.
Giving up.
Another 10 sequence.
Who is he talking to?
He's talking to the camera. He's talking to the viewer. Just do it. It's supposed to be some motivation. So did he lose his brain or was it comic performance?
Oh, I see.
He's been doing this for a while.
Video editing
Yeah.
software. You can place the screen back with any video.
Man.
Use your words, Chuck.
Well, I'm just trying to find something interesting in this
Well,
nothing story.
all right. So what Courtney's been doing, I guess, recently is...
Yeah.
Here's the backstory. When you first encountered
We had
the
already moved
show-
on, but all right, we'll go back.
Yeah.
Courtney's idling on her motorcycle right now.
That's cool.
As it turns out, he's not as cool as he seems. He's actually performing. It was scripted and directed in this clip. He was participating in a video art project called Introductions, and there's a hashtag for that, for Central St. Martin's, a London arts college. Each student in the class was directed to write a short script for Shia LaBeouf, whatever his name is, to perform on camera in front of a green screen. Here's the assignment. Submit a piece of text lasting up to 30 seconds or no more than 100 words. This can be as poetic, abstract, or literal as you like, with the emphasis on expressing the feeling and tone of the work being introduced.
So you're saying he was responding to a class project somewhere?
Yes, in London.
all right.
And he wound up performing 36 of these in a single day in a Los Angeles green screen studio.
All right. Well, it's still kind of funny.
Awesome.
So we were talking about Courtney and her updating her.
let's talk about me.
You got a motorcycle license.
I have passed the test. I have to go to the DMV and get my endorsement. So,
Why does
Chuck,
that
do you have
scare
a bike
me?
I can buy? Huh?
I crashed one and sold the other.
Yeah.
And your dream is to someday be an old lady on a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's just a vision that I had a while back, and I think about it, and it's like, I don't know, it makes sense.
They're dangerous, you know. Just
that's
ask Chuck.
My take, My take
I
on them
agree.
is that they're dangerous.
Yes, I know.
A guy could get hurt.
Yes.
Zach, are you a bike dude?
But,
No.
like, I mean, you can hurt yourself in a lot of ways. My mother was telling me the same thing yesterday. I'm like, I could walk down the street and get stabbed and raped, Mom, so.
But you have put yourself in a percentage of more harm.
That's true. I'm okay with that.
All right, cool.
You know, they always used to say it's not if, it's when. And I would say, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
But you know what? When hit for me, it was pretty catastrophic.
Things have changed, though, with people texting while driving.
That's
don't you
exactly
think?
it, too.
This is a problem.
Yeah.
That's my point, yeah.
Imagine if you're on a motorcycle texting. That's even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like, yeah. All right, well, good luck with that. It does sound
Thank
exciting.
you.
We're gonna miss you.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I will spoon feed you oatmeal.
Thank you. Thank you. No, just kill me. No, if I am in a motorcycle crash and it's that bad, I hope I would just die.
Trust me, I know how you feel.
Yeah.
That was much louder than I intended. That was
What are you up to there?
I didn't fire. That was my chair.
In the news, also overnight, there's a new study out on sleeping and exhaustion.
Yeah, what's that?
Well, here, let me first.
That you need it? I hate people that say sleep when you're dead. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Take a nap.
How long do you? What's your hours of sleep?
I will sleep. I'll try to sleep at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then sometimes I take a couple hours a nap.
Nice.
I sleep.
I'm a huge fan of napping, but
Yeah.
I'm hard to get the full 8. Zach,
18, 20, somewhere in there.
You'll sleep that long?
Yeah, I'm a songwriter.
You're-
I can
you're
get
a
up to
dick.
my video.
Are
and
you
go back to
independently wealthy?
bed. Yeah.
And lazy and tired?
No, I'm a folk singer. We make the big bucks.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chuck, what's your sleep?
Actually, I love a good 8 hours. Yeah. I believe strongly 8 hours.
See, when I did that wacky morning show, I only got like 4 to 5 at night, but then I would get 2 in the afternoon.
Not healthy.
I
Not
did
healthy.
that.
Rusty.
I know. Well, look at me. I'm a
Rusty,
wreck.
Rusty, I'm worried about you. Take better care of yourself.
I'm a wreck. I find it funny
I
that
love sleep.
I find it funny that the Beatles, specifically John Lennon, wrote 2 songs about sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you a little window into their life, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing they were tired a lot because they put out a lot of work in that 10 years as the Beatles.
Yeah.
But they did this
It was
one.
only 10 years?
Yeah. Here's their other sleeping song sung by John. I'm Only Sleeping. So the latest research, in my opinion, is a bit controversial, especially the first item on the list, this Dr. Phillips. Here's what she recommends. If you want good sleep, here's what she says.
There are things in bed that take 2 people. Sleeping is not one of them. So during the Exhaustion Breakthrough Challenge, you do sleep alone. You get rid of the partner, you get rid of the kids, the dog, the cat, and you see if the quality of your sleep improves. Because it's not how many hours you spend in bed, but how well you sleep that affects you. So what you do is every hour you set an alarm, and you take 2
this
minutes
is taking
out from
inventory
whatever
on
you're
your
doing
exhaustion during
to
the
do
day.
a body inventory. You start at your head and you move to your toes, looking for areas of discomfort or tension. So, is my brow furrowed? Am I clenching my jaw?
This lady
You move
needs a
to the
nap.
bottom.
Yeah, she's
What I
seriously
would find
worked
is
on it.
my alarm
What?
would go off.
I'm totally down with this.
Yeah.
She's asking you to be aware of what's happening in
All
your
right.
body.
It sounds like too much work.
Have you ever done a sleep
My
study?
spine was
I had to
bent.
I
All
had
of
sleep
those things
apnea for a long
bring
time, and
energy. So this connects
or
your
if
body
you're
and
watching me
your
on stage,
mind.
I still have
So
sleep
you
apnea. But
I
I had to do a sleep study where they bring you into a room, they put you in a fake bedroom, looks like it's a Hollywood prop room, and they plug you in with all the electrodes to your brain, and they video you and audio you, and it is freaky. It is freaky.
Did they get rid of the tape of you beaten off? I know that's your nighttime ritual.
I got it all over the camera. There, you could not see anything.
You
That's
guys.
TMI.
Yeah, this is weird that Courtney is now scolding us and being Rusty, what's going on in our world? But yeah, sleep
I
study
find
is
the
crazy.
first item, though, that if you want good
Chuck is
sleep,
rubbing his eyes.
kick your partner out.
Yeah.
I sleep better when Jennifer is next to me.
Yeah. I have no idea. I mean, I guess it's what you're used to, but
Yeah, she's saying get rid of your partner, get rid of the animals.
Just for this one night.
Yeah.
She's saying.
Oh, all
It's
right.
like-
But then the thing is, if that works for you, that should be your routine.
Yeah. Well, yes and no. I think you more just see what basically what's going on. Do you wear one of those Fitbits? Any Fitbitters here?
no.
Because it'll measure your actual sleep, what time you were restless, time you were awake.
Oh, wow.
And so at the end of the night, you can wake up and go, oh, I was restless from this time for this long.
It's like
Very
a
tough.
bracelet. What is this?
Yeah.
The Fitbit?
Yeah, all these
I've
people are like,
never
oh my
heard of
God,
it.
I didn't get my steps
Fitbit,
in.
a Fitbit is like this little electronic bracelet, and tons of people are really into it now. And it, supposedly measures a whole bunch of different things about your body, like how many steps you take in a day and your heart rate and all that other stuff. I don't know that
Similar
much.
to Chuck's ankle bracelet for house arrest.
Yeah.
Similar,
I
but
noticed
different.
that one. See,
Yeah.
now that in and of itself would be the reason I couldn't get to sleep because I couldn't wear.
Check out
anything.
your-
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm married. I don't even wear a wedding ring. It drives
Wow.
me crazy. I can't have anything on my hands, and so that would be the reason that I couldn't sleep was the bracelet that's supposed to measure why I'm not
Fitbit.
sleeping.
all the totally.
You guys are millennials, right? Do we do this?
I'm actually officially a Gen Xer.
Are you?
I guess so. I'm 32. I don't know where that.
I think
puts
you're
me.
right
Yeah.
on the top end, maybe. Here's their buying habits.
Fascinating is they've come of age amid two huge bubbles, right? We had the tech boom and bust, and then we had the recent housing boom and the financial crisis. And so they have really looked like, it's almost like the children of the Depression.
Yeah.
They have different habits that they've formed. They're not interested in owning a house or a car. And part of that is the fear factor, right? I saw my parents lose their house. I saw my mom have to go through her retirement account. A lot of that is very informative, but a lot of it is also around that they're just not making as much money. They've got student loans. And of course, the emotional fact is they're nervous. They're more nervous as employees and as consumers.
Is this a temporary thing, do you think, Jill, or is this a permanent shift in this
This is from
psychology of the
CBS
American
this morning.
consumer?
Well, we'll have to see. I think right now it's powerful, and we are seeing some companies take advantage of that, right? Because you look at
Anyway, so millennials are like the children of the Depression, and they don't care about homeowning. They're nervous.
Yeah. I don't know.
Zach, are you nervous?
Are you a homeowner, Zach?
Yeah. My wife and I own a place in Arizona, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we.
But
used to
not
live
here
there.
in Minnesota?
Not here. No, we're renters here. We thought it would make sense to do it, but it's terrible being a landlord from afar. No, we're not nervous to be homeowners. I mean, you're generalizing for how many millions of people here?
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's
Generalize,
that's what the media does.
Yeah, right. I am not a homeowner, and although I'm 37, so I'm on the low end or the bottom end of Gen X, but so that's a slacker generation, right? But I don't own a home. I have got like a beater car. There's a lot of me that's like really I am very attracted to the idea of living quote unquote off the grid. And to me, it's because of like just the futility of it all. It's like, sort of what's been set up for humans in our culture is like, you learn to do this, you make a decision about what you want to be, and this is how we see our parents do it. We make a decision about what you want to be, and you do that for the next 40 years of your life, and then you're supposed to save this money, and then for the rest of the time, you just chill out. It's like for the first 65 years of your life, you're working to just chill out, and it's like...
There's some roses that need to be smelled.
Yeah, exactly. And personally, I don't like that system, and it's not a nerve thing for me. It's just more just like it's all stupid, and it ties in a lot with like status of like what kind of car people drive and what kind of labels they wear on their clothes, and it's just all a bunch of bullshit.
Wow.
You guys remember you remember how I feel about things?
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Here I am.
Don't ask her for marijuana. It may come out of her crotch. That's all I'm saying.
That was going to be the next question.
I haven't gone.
That's funny.
I haven't gone on any airplanes.
Oh,
I actually saw. I have a pretty good read on people, and I saw Zach's eyes kind of do that. I'm about to ask a marijuana in the crotch question. Yeah.
So I would be at the bottom end of the baby boomers, and yeah, my routine was exactly: you get a job, you save your money.
Mm-hmm.
I found a way to get a job that I found creative, so I enjoyed that, and I was able to do the 401k and got the vacation and got the savings and all that stuff. But now that I'm out floating in the world, wondering where the next gig is, this is unfolding. Thank you, Chart House. Thank you, Blue and White Taxi. Thank you,
Chuck Gollop.
3rd Street. Thank you,
Chuck
Chuck Gollop. Thank
Chuck
you
Gollop.
to all the other sponsors that are coming on board. So I went to a screening last night of Entourage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
These are,
Again, for those of you who don't know, this is French for entourage.
these are a bunch of millennials who are. The whole movie is in your face decadence of big mansions, fast cars, and flaunting it. And I found myself angry
I was gonna say
at them.
Yeah.
You fuckers.
Why?
Because I guess the jealousy and they're just not responsible, and the money just is coming
Rusty?
their way, and they're on a big giant like Puff Daddy boat in Ibiza, and I'm like, okay,
Rusty, let's start by fixing that rust spot on the back of your car.
But
I followed you into
then one of them falls off the boat and gets eaten by a shark.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
spoiler
not-
alert.
He's not.
I don't think that happens.
No, I'm just saying, like hypothetically, like
No, one of them
can't
becomes a
take
woman
it with you.
One of them becomes a woman. The other one has a scandal where they were being bribed for millions, and the other one ends up in a murder that they're not.
None of that is right.
That's
None of
it's
this
all
accurate.
totally
You talk about falling falling off a boat and being eaten by a shark. Did you hear what happened last night in South America?
Someone fell off a boat and got eaten by a shark?
No. Can't you hear the lion roar? That's
I thought it was a shark bell.
No, sharks don't roar. They have just outside of Johannesburg a lion sanctuary where you can drive through in your car.
Oopsies, I see where this is
And
going.
the lions are not caged up.
The lion stole a car? Oh, my
They
God.
outwired. No, here's what happened.
The warnings are clear. Keep windows closed at all times. But it was a warning ignored by the visiting American and her guide as they drove
An American, of course.
and were
Deserved
approached
it.
by a white lioness. Scott Simpson is the assistant operations manager.
It walked quite slowly towards the car and stopped roughly a meter away. The lady was busy taking pictures of it. The lion then sort of lunged at the car and it bit the lady through the window.
The tour guide driving their white SUV tried to save the woman, raising the alarm.
Lion! Our staff immediately rushed over to chase the lion away, and the gentleman that was driving,
I love
he
the
sustained
South
some
African
injuries to his
accent.
arms trying to
Chase the
get
lion
the lion
away?
out as well.
It's not the
Emergency
first
crews
time.
arrived soon after the attack, but the woman died of her injuries.
Oh, man.
The Lion Park is part of a multi-million-dollar South African tourist industry. Visitors drive their own vehicles through large enclosures where lions roam freely. But ultimately, these are wild animals, a fact brought home once again by this fatal attack.
Courtney, do not take your motorcycle through the sanctuary.
Okay, we are live in studio with our guest, Charles Darwin. I told you so.
I guess they've had like 6 deaths.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's why they had to sign a waiver.
And of course they're Americans.
Yeah.
That really helps us because
they feel entitled to a nice photo.
Yeah, if you've left this country and go anywhere else, they all like, "Oh, you're American, how cool!" And you're probably an idiot.
My bucket list is to go to Africa and do a safari. I really, really want to do that. And it's sooner rather than later because of climate change and all that. And I would love to see a lion, but I guess I have to keep the windows closed.
Yeah, that's cool. Do you know about that guy in South Africa that like hugs lions?
Yes.
And he like goes out in the middle of the bush?
Yeah, he's asking for it.
I know he is.
But he's good
But
with
it's
them.
he is good with them. It's amazing. Like he'll just like stand in the middle and like he'll be all, oh, here she comes. And then one of the lionesses just and like gives him a big old hug.
And he's got like GoPro video of it on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's crazy.
Well, you know what is crazy? I used to be a dog catcher for a living, and you learn
That
a
is
lot about
crazy.
dealing with animals and the fear thing. And you know, most of us are terrified when any size dog comes up to us. But all you have
Most
to do,
of us are?
yeah.
Totally not.
Well, if the thing looks vicious, but I mean, like, let's say a dog looks like it's going to attack you. Honestly, just posturing yourself right and having the right frame of mind does a lot to the dog. It's incredible what those animals pick up.
Is your posture running away? Because that'd be my posture.
No, honestly, it's being tough. It's alpha
Yeah.
male thing, and I've never been bitten by a dog, and I've taken out some big dogs.
Yeah.
Wow. You were a Chihuahua catcher, weren't you?
It was more raccoon. I have funny stories about that whole thing.
Well, okay. So on this show, we are about to talk to ZacharyScotJohnson, who is kind enough to bring a guitar. Courtney, you brought.
I did bring my banjo because I'm planning on not going home after this.
Well, maybe you guys could make up a song or something.
There you go.
You've worked with banjos before.
I do. I play banjo too. I love the banjo.
In fact, this guy is jammed with, over the course of these 1,000 songs, Sister Hazel. What's his face from Peter, Paul, and Mary? Which one?
2 of them. The 2 living ones. Noel Paul Stuckey and Peter Yarrow. Both of them.
And then Jeff Daniels, of all people.
Yeah.
Sweet.
He's a great musician. Nobody thinks, I mean, he's so known as an actor. Well, not a lot of people know he's a good musician. He really is.
Yeah, well, you see him in Dumb and Dumber, and then if you see him in, what was it, Newsroom? The Newsroom?
Which I love that show, too.
Yeah, 2 completely different. So I would buy him doing almost anything at this point. But yeah, we're going to hear some of Zach playing with Jeff Daniels, some of them playing with Sister Hazel. Hopefully, maybe a live performance in the studio. Get your gas up your banjo. Make sure it's filled up.
I want Zachary to make sure he can do his thing first.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Are we going on a break? Or
We are
no?
going to go on a break right
Okay.
now. We're
I'm
going to
all
be right
feels like break time.
The Twin Cities Hit Show. We'll be right back.
Don't let your computer problems drive you mad. We are MacMen, Minnesota's premier tech consultants and problem solvers for Macs, mobile devices, troubleshooting, training, and much more. No more dragging your computer all over town because we come to you. We love making house calls to your home or small business. MacMen. Call 612-345-8005. The Alive and Social Network is alive and growing. From the best in sports, music, movies, and beer, Alive and Social is what all the cool kids click on. Featuring characters like radio rebel Jeff Dubay, Star Tribune pundit Jim Suhan, Unfiltered, and television veteran and handsome man Rusty Gatenby. You can also taste the Minnesota Pubcast with Jason and Molly. Join the band with live band karaoke night from legendary O'Gara's in St. Paul and the live music showcase from Shamrocks. Yes, Alive and Social Network does indeed rock and roll. The Jeff Dubay Show, Jim Suhan Unfiltered, the Rusty Gatenby Review, the Minnesota Pubcast with Jason and Molly, live band karaoke, and Shamrock's live music showcase. Join the fun. Be alive and social with the Alive and Social Network.
The Rusty Gatenby Review is the entertaining show about entertainment from movies, music, and more. Award-winning TV guy Rusty Gatenby and his review is the podcast with the biggest cast in entertainment, part of the Alive and Social Network. You can get that Minnesota connection to Hollywood and beyond any time of the day or night simply by clicking on the RustyGatenbyReview.com. That's the RustyGatenbyReview.com, part of the Alive and Social Network.
Listening to the Twin Cities Hit Show with Rusty, Courtney, and Chuck.
Say it 3 times fast. We just dare you.
That was one of the fun things about this morning. I was able to pull out of the dustbin
the old promo.
Rusty, Courtney, and Chuck. Alabama Shakes, did you hear they played at Paisley Park last night?
Oh, was it last night they
Yeah.
played? Nice.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
They were in town over the weekend, and then evidently members of Third Eye Blind were at the concert on Saturday night. And somehow an invitation happened, and they did a spur-of-the-moment show last night at Paisley Park.
Wow.
My son had lacrosse practice on a field right by Paisley Park, and at about 8:30, there was huge lines to get in. $35 only for a ticket.
Oh, wow.
But that's not a venue normally for bands, so I gotta believe his royal purpleness is in town and wanted to jam. I haven't heard yet. I don't know. It's probably out there on the internet if Prince did show up on stage with them.
Yeah.
But I could see them getting along.
Yeah. Totally.
Him and Alabama Shakes. All right, so if you're joining us here at the halfway point, Courtney McLean has come back to the show for a moment.
Hello.
Because you're busy doing gigs everywhere.
I'm doing gigs everywhere.
Where's
I'm
the
so
next
busy.
time? You should do that Paisley Park thing. Talk to Prince.
Yeah.
Make that happen.
I'm not musically talented enough to hang with Prince.
Well, where can we see it?
Well, you can see me this Friday. I'll be at Bedlam Lowertown with The Funny, which is a feminist festival, a funny feminist festival that's happening a couple weekends. So I'm going to be there on Friday. The show starts at 7:30. And then on Sunday is a Rockstar Storytellers show at
what is that
Brightwood
again?
Rockstar Storytellers is it's a group of solo performance storytellers in the Twin Cities that met mostly through the Fringe Festival. And so this is our
You tell
8th
stories.
year. Yeah, we tell stories on
Because I think Shannon Paul has done it before or is going to do it.
Shannon
or?
Paul is going to do it at some point, and
Uh-huh.
I invited her on, and there's other people that have joined us for the shows before. But yeah, basically like this Sunday we're doing The Joy of Rock Stars, which is we just give the show like a theme title, and then we just kind of run with that. The idea is that we write news stories, and they're all news stories, so we read them. They're like read and performed, but they're not just told without notes. But anyway, so that's happening. And then the Dirty Curls are doing the Uptown Pride Block Party, which is on June 26th, and that's going to be on Bryant and Lake. And it's a free outdoors, quote unquote, family friendly event. And I asked them, I'm like, how family friendly do you need this to be? And the lady was like, maybe don't sing the song about having sex with babies. I was like, okay. And then July 3rd, we're going to be at Convergence, which is like the big geek convention in town.
Yeah.
We'll be playing at the HarmCon stage, which is in the Crown Plaza Hotel, I figured out last night, not the Doubletree, which is the main hotel. I'm kind of bummed that we're not on the main site. Yeah. So, but whatever, it's going to be exciting. I'm excited HarmCon is back because they took it away for like a year or two, which is like just the music and storytelling.
And all that information is available on Courtney's website?
Yep, dirtycurls.net.
There you go.
Thank
you. You're listening to ZacharyScotJohnson, who had just recorded 1,000 songs in 1,000 days, all of them posted to YouTube. And here's the question, why?
Yeah.
Not in a futility sort of way, just why?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Well,
why?
You know, I was doing the CDs thing. I started in 2001 and selling CDs at show. I play 75 to 100 dates a year normally, and at a certain point, people stopped buying CDs and people started going to the internet. It wasn't just me. I was asking a lot of other folks, and people just stopped buying CDs and started asking, "Are you on YouTube? Are you on Amazon and iTunes?" And it was made clear to me that I needed to do something on YouTube, and I thought, well, if I'm going to do something, I want to do it something that hasn't ever been done before, and this was the best idea I had, to just do a song a day. It was kind of like starting a blog or journal. I wasn't sure I would do it day two.
Yeah. Now, are you sure you're the first one to do this, though?
No, I know there is another guy in New York. He contacted me pretty early on. We're quite different. He writes a song a day, which is much harder, but his is a lot more not very. I don't want to sound judgy about it. His is not very serious.
Are you talking about Jonathan Colton?
No, does he do one too?
Jonathan Colton did a song a day, I think, or maybe it was a song a week.
Okay,
I could be off. Anyway,
this guy's last name is Mann. It might be Jonathan too, though. I think his last name is Mann with two N's, but he's been doing it longer than I have. But I wasn't aware of him when I started doing mine, and we're supportive of each other. It wasn't a weird thing to also be doing it. I don't know if anybody else does it the way I do it or not. Somebody told me the other day, they're like, "Oh yeah, I thought about doing this too," and I thought, well, I thought it was an actually original idea when I had it, but maybe it's not. Maybe other people have thought about it too. But
this guy, so far, he claims he's done 2,000 songs. So
John?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's his name. Douchebag. Does it sound familiar?
Yeah, I think that's him. And he's been on the Today Show, which I have not.
Well,
your credits are. I'm looking at your website here, Zach.
Show.
Your credits are mighty impressive. I mean, you've shared this.
I'm here to just set it for 3. Go for 3,000. Show this guy how it's done.
Well, he might be still going, though. I mean, he's already... He started 1,000 days or something before me, and he's still going, as far as I know. Like I say, we don't really keep in touch very much, but it was he contacted me and said, "Hey, you're doing this thing," and he asked a couple questions, and I said, "Oh, I didn't," and he showed me his, and I said, "Well, that's."
I'll show you mine.
He showed me his page, and so I thought, well, that's great that you're doing that too. But the one I watched of his was like about his iPhone, and it was just a few seconds long. I mean, it's a totally different thing.
He did one I saw just briefly because I was trying to find your site, and it was like songs in a day, and then his came up. I went, no, that's not Zachary. I went, oh, is this a common thing? But it sounds like no, it's not a common, because it's very hard.
Yeah.
First of all,
yeah, it is.
So.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody out there besides the two of us is doing it. I wish there was a way to find out. I feel like
Guinness would want to know.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Their World Book of Records.
Yeah.
I just wish there were a search engine where you could look this stuff up.
That's what I did.
There probably is. If I punched a certain combination of words into Google, it would probably turn up. But
my mom, ask Siri, she'll know.
Sister Hazel is one of my favorites, and you recorded a song with them. How did that happen?
Most of them we just ask. I didn't know those guys ahead of time. They just happened to be playing in my hometown. It wasn't even here. It was my hometown. They were playing in the Milwaukee area a weekend that I happened to be visiting. And so we just kind of put feelers out to their management and said,
How do you track down someone's management?
It's pretty easy. Usually on their website, they have an email address or a phone number or on their Facebook page. Most people, they need to be reachable. The manager needs to be reachable. The band doesn't need to be reachable, but the manager needs to be reachable.
We're running into that and booking guests.
Are you?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
So here you are with members of Sister Hazel. How do you decide what song you're going to do?
They chose. Well, actually, they sent me a list of songs to choose from.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes they ask me. Normally, what I do is I leave it up to the guest. It's more comfortable for me if we're doing something that they want to promote. It leads me to think that they're actually kind of happy to be doing my thing instead of an obligation, if they're kind of promoting something. This is an older song of theirs, so they didn't really need to promote it. They were just being nice to me and doing it. But so it kind of depends upon the artist, really.
And how was the experience for you?
With them?
Yeah.
Oh, they're great. Yeah. They're really great. They're really nice guys, really easy to work with. We recorded on their tour bus, which is always fun. That's a really nice experience. Normally it's kind of... it can often be recorded in between sound check and the show itself at a venue, which is sometimes a very rushed experience. And
does that lead us into Jeff Daniels? Because the video, you're on stage.
Yeah, sort of. We actually, they sent me... So he was going to do a show here in the cities at the Dakota Jazz Club, which I've recorded just a ton of these there. But he then got nominated for an Emmy for the Newsroom, and so he pulled out of that one show. And so they said, well, Jeff isn't doing the show in Minneapolis, but if you feel like driving over to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, he's playing there a couple days later. And so they sent me tickets to the show. I watched the show, and we recorded it after the show. So that one was nice because it was a little bit more casual.
Yeah.
That's nice for him to stick around just for your little bit.
And he was touring with his son's band, the Ben Daniels Band. And I don't want to speak for him, but I kind of suspect that was really the reason that he did it, was kind of helping his kid's band get out there a little bit.
No, man, you've performed with some really interesting people. There's one here of you and Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
Are you listening to the show?
Sorry, I'm researching the hell out of him.
This is Jeff Daniels singing. We've just been
talking about Jeff Daniels.
Well, good night. That's all for me.
Oh my god.
I mean, looking at your website. Sorry, I can't even explain that.
It was beautifully timed.
Thank you.
You should go back and listen to the show.
Is he fucking
with us? I know.
We've been talking.
This is my life. I'm catching
How about you stay off your porn channel and watch and be part of the show?
How did you know I was watching porn?
I assumed the same thing. I thought you were messing with me, which is why I said, I'm not making it up. There's a video. You can see us both in it.
We're on every day, Chuck, from 9:30 to 10:30. It's the Twin Cities Hit Show.
Oh, when did that happen?
If not a favorite episode, an episode that was such a great experience that you'll never forget it.
There are a lot of them. I mean, it feels weird to pick favorites because it's hard on the other folks. A lot of them were really cool. The Jeff Daniels one, I'm a huge fan of his. We were talking about his movie and his diversity. He's a really underrated actor.
Yeah.
He's a really good musician, and he's a really good songwriter. Songwriter too, but he's also a good playwright. I did one of his plays in college. He's a good. I mean, he's really great.
You know who else is a really good playwright? Jeff Daniels. I'm serious. Yeah.
The one you're playing right now with the guys, both of them from Peter, Paul, and Mary, which were done separately, which is kind of funny. Those were really big. Lisa Loeb was a lot of fun. We were doing a little tour together, and so that was fun just because I liked her.
Did you do Stay?
No,
yeah, the one that pops in my head too.
No, we didn't. I think she would have done that had I asked. But she had we had done a few days of shows on the road, and she had it in her head. She wanted to do a really unexpected song, something nobody would expect. And so we did Kool and the Gang's "Celebrate Good Times."
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Would not expect her in any way to pull that off.
Have you ever recorded anything with Jeff Daniels?
Who's Jeff Daniels?
Yeah.
How about Jim Carrey?
No, I tend to just ask people who are coming through town. So, with movie stars, you never know. I'm sure there are movies being filmed here from time to time that we could get people to do it, but I don't know how to find
Coen
that.
Brothers.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm wondering if you asked Jeff Daniels why Dumb and Dumber 2 sucks so badly.
Oh.
Paisley Park. Do a reach out to Paisley Park. Get Prince to.
Oh my God! Yeah,
so
that would be.
What is the hope then? Just that your name gets attention?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting project. I do. I don't have aspirations of being famous. That's kind of what a lot of people assume when you're in the performing arts, that it's all to become famous. It's not really the goal for me. I'm happy where I am and kind of happy doing what I'm doing, and would like to be able to keep doing it for as long as possible. And this helps me accomplish that, really.
And you say on the YouTube channel, and I'm going to try and do a song a day.
Yeah.
Does that give yourself an out?
Well, there have...
Oops, missed today. I tried.
I haven't missed one yet. And that's the thing, is I keep wondering, the day that... if I'm in an accident and I'm in the hospital or something, or any number of certain circumstances, if the internet is down and I can't get a video up, what happens? Do I have to stop? Do I get to just say sorry about that and restart it? I don't know. I guess. What do you guys think? Can I just keep going?
I think whatever you feel like doing is what you should do.
That's art, man.
That's I don't answer to anybody. I answer to the people who watch, but I don't have a boss.
You could record on the day that something's down. The way that guy did his 2000 one day, I guess he was deathly sick, and that was one of the short ones. He was just in a tub going, I'm very sick today. I'm very sick
It's
today.
tempting to do that. It really is. There are some days I've been sick when I've done it too. Not terribly sick, but some days you don't want to do it. And some days it's like, for me, if it's a gig traveling day, it's really inconvenient to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
But I made a commitment to keep doing it. So
if we were to put you on the spot right now and say, hey, you have a guitar in your hand, what would you play on that spur of the moment prompting?
Spur of the moment. Well, I always go to the covers, but I'm trying not to do that. I'll do an original one. Do you want to play banjo on it?
Sure. What's the chords?
It's an easy little thing. It's pretty much it's an E.
Courtney happened to bring her banjo in because you have a gig after this?
No, I'm not going home, so I'm going to my friend's house to work and so I just brought it to do songwriting.
Are you still with Cello Guy?
No.
Oh, wow.
We broke up 2 weeks ago.
I just ruined everything.
No, it's okay.
It got real.
It was good.
Let's
it
have him on the
was
show.
fine.
When you said I'm going to a friend's house, I went,
no, it's not. No, I'm going to my friend Allegra's house to hang out with her and her baby.
Oh, I'm hanging out with Clariton. We should all hook up.
Yeah, totally. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Clariton, haha.
An allergy joke.
Yeah. No, it just wasn't working out. And it just wasn't working out.
Yeah.
We'll be friends, but I can't be friends yet because it was one of those surprise, whoa, wait, you don't like me that much? What the fuck?
How could anyone not like me that much?
I know.
My mother says I'm very likable.
Oh, well, sorry about that transition.
No.
Zachary, hey, where were we?
Let's go with happiness.
It
was a 10-week relationship, Zach.
But the L word was thrown around. The
L word. Yeah.
On the bright side, Zach is still married.
I'm still married. Yeah.
All right,
totally married.
Even through this. Okay, you know what? After saying that, E is a really bad banjo key. I'm going to do a cover. It's a Donovan song. Chords are D, G, and A.
Yeah. Wait. D, G, A. Okay, got it.
Go. Am I cool to do a cover? You've been playing covers.
D, G, and A is fine. Yeah.
Do you want me to do the whole thing, or are we on a time thing? No. Do I need to do 30 seconds and stop?
Yeah, just do, well...
Like a verse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's D. In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, hey, I long to be in the shelter of your loving mind, to feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sand. But I may as well try and catch the wind.
Wow.
Very
nice.
nice. That was nice.
That was cool. That works good with a banjo.
Yeah, that's great with a banjo.
Banjo's a fun little...
Do you want to do one
guy.
of these one time? Do you want
I
to record
would
one with me?
love...
Let's do one of them.
Zachary, my songs are extremely dirty. But
I
we
like
can
it.
we can do a not as dirty one, I suppose.
No, I think let's do a dirty one.
Would go gay for you. I'd swing that way for you. Gangway coming through. I'm gonna make my Les debut. Would you go gay for me?
I'm a comedian before I'm a musician.
No, this is. There is no reason I wouldn't put that on the channel.
Okay, excellent. All right.
I can see Dolly Parton singing that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, by the way, did you hear what's happening in the world of country music and executives and female singers?
No.
Listen to this. Listen to this. This is just happening this morning. This radio executive, they're doing research.
And in a deep irony, it's the demand of female listeners who aren't thinking about it. They're just responding to that flow of song after song that they get on the radio. And if that mix has more females in it, they turn off quicker.
So they want less female singers, supposedly.
Who does?
On their radio, females. And now radio stations,
on country?
program directors are now saying, we got to play less of them female singers. We need more Luke Bryan and Keith Urban.
Because the women are doing it to themselves. I think that there is a huge, if you're looking at the Venn diagram of country fans and sort of like what other beliefs they hold, women aren't in a top priority.
Whoa.
So
They never have been. Those executives.
But
never like them.
the irony is, in the top 5 top-selling albums in country music, number 1 is Garth Brooks. The next 4 are women.
Yeah.
Shania Twain,
Weird.
the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah.
Martina McBride has won 14. She sold 14 million records and has won 14 Grammy Awards. Here's what she had to say about that radio executive and the new research.
Well, I just think it's just, dismissive, to be honest, to say that females don't like hearing other females on the radio. Obviously, there's been females that have had a lot of success with songs that other female listeners relate to and connect with.
Now, have any of the Garth Brooks or Keith Urbans come to their defense? No.
Do you think the numbers bear out what he's saying?
Some of the biggest selling albums of all time have been by female artists.
That's what I said.
So when female artists make songs that people connect with, it obviously works. And I just feel like comments like that become sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy, because then you have record companies that don't invest in female artists or sign female artists as much, thinking that they're not going to get the return on their investment or get played on the radio. Females aren't get played on the radio. You have songwriters who aren't writing songs for females as much because they don't get played on the radio. So it just kind of becomes this self-fulfilling prophecy, and it's a really dangerous kind of statement to just make a blanket statement like that.
good thing the radio is a dying art form.
Yeah. Whoa. Go podcasting.
It is
exactly.
It is
But
weird
that's what
that
I'm
somebody's random research is saying less females in the mix on the radio, but you would think they'd be more concerned with their pocketbook. And if they look to the best-selling albums,
yeah.
there's 4 women that are on top of the chart.
Carole King, Alanis Morissette. I mean, man, these people have sold how many millions of records? And when I think of the big, I guess it's not country, but when I think Madonna, when I think of like the biggest music people in the world, Taylor Swift is up there.
Right.
Katy Perry
Lady
is up there.
Gaga.
Lady Gaga's
So
up
I
there.
wonder who
Beyonce?
did this. Who did this research and why?
Yeah.
Men did it.
Men did it, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the same with the movie industry. You can't put a normal-looking woman above the age of 40 in a movie unless they're the mom to somebody who's actually 35 in real life.
Which I'm excited. I do have a screening tonight of Melissa McCarthy's comedy Spy.
Oh, okay.
And she's one who's breaking the mold. She's not your cover girl.
Sort of. But it's always in that, let's laugh at her thing.
Yeah.
Because she's a little bit bigger. She's a normal-looking woman, but when you put her on screen, sorry.
Yeah, I'm dead with
And she makes me. She's that thing thing that Alec Baldwin said on 30 Rock to Jenna it was like the first season where he's like, no, you either got to gain 60 pounds or lose 30. Like Melissa McCarthy's on the gain 60. Like she's still fulfilling a stereotype.
And
in
it's
some
got to
way.
be terribly frustrating for her too, because she knows how good she is, and she is genuinely funny. It's just, she doesn't need to be the joke.
She's like, I want to wear some sexy lingerie on screen and get laid on screen and show people that like this. I mean, not that that's just one facet of it.
Right.
But
And
That's what her cousin is doing, Jenny McCarthy. But yeah,
that's her cousin.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
I did not know that.
Yeah. Yep. I'm looking forward to it. It does look funny, but the trailers do show the heavyset pratfall lady.
Yep.
They show the glamorous villain. She's flying over a hood of a car, and Melissa's thing is she bangs into it.
Oh, that's funny.
And plops onto the
gosh.
street.
My God.
Look at the fat guy fall. Kind of a laughter. But I
Did
don't
you,
know.
did you see the movie The Heat?
Yes.
It was unwatchable. I watched about 10 minutes of it.
It's better than Hot Pursuit, but yeah.
What is Hot Pursuit?
Hot Pursuit was with Sofia Vergara and Reese Witherspoon, Academy
God.
Award winner Reese Witherspoon, in a Dog of a Dog Turd movie. Heat actually made money, and Academy Award winner Sandra Bullock. Not bad, but it was corny. With Melissa McCarthy. I disagree.
Oh, God.
I disagree. You're my favorite.
Well, I think also because that was like a buddy comedy, right? And like women we're still nailing the buddy comedy for women. We're still trying to people are still trying to figure it out. What's going to sell, as well as like what can people relate to, yada, yada, yada. There was something I wanted to go back to in that conversation. I completely forgot what it was. Any Hooters. Melissa McCarthy on the pratfall. That's what it was. I think there also is, there is the side of it of like her being the fat person who's doing, but also it's like we don't have a lot of funny physical comedy ladies out there, and I think that is also important, and it is fun to watch. And you know what? As long as Melissa McCarthy, the actress, is having fun and being like, you know what? This can be seen a certain way, but this is my intention with it, and I'm just having fun, and I'm doing what I want to do.
She's reteamed with the Bridesmaids director, so hopefully that's good. Kristen Wiig, I think she's very attractive, and she does hilarious stuff. She gets physical with her comedy, and she's now done a handful of serious movies as well, so that career is transitioning. Melissa McCarthy, by the way, said on Howard Stern that she's losing weight.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
she's
done.
She's not dieting, she says, but she's eating better.
Oh,
she's
okay.
eating
Well, that's
healthier,
good.
and she's already lost like 50 pounds.
Which is going to happen if you eat better and you just to take care of yourself.
Here's the thing. I think she's funny. I think she's attractive, and could be a lot more attractive if she lost weight. But her shtick is 100%
her dick
based on her weight. Yeah, and
her shtick is
we'll see. Being fat.
We'll see.
It's just
Well,
there's
but
no
that's
getting
the
around
thing.
it that
But
being
here's the thing,
overweight
Chuck.
is not good for your health.
Yeah.
So for people who go, embrace me for one night, it's like, okay, but it's not healthy.
But also, here's the thing: if you are a huge movie star like she is, you can't. It's like one of those things that you can't get around from seeing. And there's the lowest common denominator that's going to be like, wait, why aren't we talking about why she's fat? And so that's why. I mean, her shtick is built around that, probably because it has to be.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see her be.
Don't you think part of her shtick, though, is based around the idea of a woman saying something that's, I'm putting quotes in here that you can't see, but shocking? Like, she says weird, funny things that's shocking because it's a woman saying it, which, again, is a weird double standard, where if a man was saying it, we wouldn't even really notice. But,
which was part of the reason Bridesmaids became an over-the-top success. And look out for Amy Schumer's Trainwreck this summer. They're saying that one is tracking to beat Bridesmaids.
That still hasn't come out yet. I feel like we've been talking about it for months.
It's an August
my
release.
gosh.
They're waiting till
August 5th. That's my birthday.
It's my son's birthday. Have we talked about this?
Oh, yeah, I think we have.
They're waiting for all the noise and clamor of all these big box office movies to settle down, and so then in August, everyone will be waiting for, well, what else go? Trainwreck. Let's go to that. And the buzz is, the word is, bam. Big, huge hit.
She's having a good year.
Yeah, she sure is.
No?
I think we should have them.
Chuck's
play
doing
another one
pantomime.
before we go.
Can
We're
you
approaching the end of the hour. Let's get another.
Chuck
Can
is
you
pantomime.
play? You got something that you could play us out with?
Sure.
Hey, but speaking of which, tomorrow, as you get set there, we have Patrick Hammer coming on the show. He is going to announce where he's going. Is he staying? Is he leaving? What's happening with our Patrick Hammer? Also, on the show tomorrow, I don't know if you've heard, but the Rolling Stones are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is one of their encores. And they do use a choir.
Yep.
And we're going to have on the show the choir director.
Oh, cool.
Who will be on stage with Mick and Keith and the Rolling Stones.
Wonder if he actually gets to meet them or not.
I'll ask that question.
You should.
It's Vocal Essence, and it's a huge choir. So just technically, I wonder how they're going to do this. Plus, there's a chance of rain tomorrow night. But we will have Patrick Hammer in studio. He'll let us know the forecast.
Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
It is. Yeah, it's tomorrow night.
Holy crap, are you like shitting your pants?
He doesn't even like the Rolling Stones.
Indeed I am.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Lucky.
Man, I forgot. I'm like, oh, holy crap! June 3rd is upon us.
There it is.
Oh man, because that's this. I'm today. I'm like, wow, we're still talking about the Beatles, still talking about the Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Hey, all these links are up on our Facebook page. I've tweeted them out, so you can find out a lot more about our guest today, ZacharyScotJohnson. His Twitter, his website, that's all up. Courtney McLean of the Dirty Curls and former host, current guest host.
Hi.
Also fully linked. Philip Brunel, you can find him on our page. You can also find some stuff about Patrick Hammer.
Just before we went on the show, it sounds like we've got Kat Perkins going to be coming on the show. Mm-hmm. So we're going to firm that up and get you a date. I'm hoping he's going to be the Deck Show, but we'll find out. We'll let you know. And Zachary, how can you got gigs in town that people can come see you at?
Oh, I never know off the top of my head where I'm playing next.
Just go to your website.
Yeah,
and
that's probably the best.
And what is your website?
www.ZacharyScotJohnson.com. There's only one T in Scott, so that will narrow it down.
Have you ever played with Jeff Daniels?
Who's Jeff Daniels?
And actually, he's coming back to the Dakota, actually. He rescheduled that date. He's here in November, so it would be good to see him again.
Yeah.
It looks like you're at the on January 2nd of last year. You're at the waterfront. Just kidding. Your website is well updated, so it's got your dates all the way through.
Oh, you know what? No, I do know.
July 1st,
July 3rd. I'm playing at Cafe Latte in St. Paul.
All right.
Yeah, that's
some
the
of
only
those dates
one I know
are like not in the state. Is that what I'm saying? Are you Wisconsin? You're all over Wisconsin. Cool.
Yeah, all over.
That's not up on your
What
website.
time's
by the
your
way.
show on July
Get that up there.
3rd?
Good. I would assume 7.
Oh, okay. Cool. So everybody go see Zachary Scott Johnson at 7 p.m. and then come to Convergence for a 10 p.m. Dirty Curls show.
Oh, so there you go. Perfect
go.
night out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then come give me a shoulder rub in Lakeville at about 12.
Well, high five from across the city.
Yeah, there we go.
What can you play us for a closer here?
I'll do a song called "One Good Reason Why." Here, it's the go-to one for me. This is one that's in E. If you want to pop on in.
Crap, I can't do E. You
Although
guys are
I don't know. You have to tell me what the other chords are too.
It's kind of a weird one because it's kind of it's mostly just E, but there's occasionally let's see, what would that be? I use capo, so for those of you out there wondering why I don't know the chords to my own songs, pretty much just E and A for this one.
Okay, all right, cool.
Soon as it became a little rough, you let me go. I think of you still more than I'd ever want you to know. You had to see the world and I had to let you fly. I let you go without even one good reason why. We used to lay on that ugly shag rug and laugh and talk all day. Promises are dangerous things, 'cause I believe what you say. Can you take my hand and look me in the eye and turn and walk away and give me one good reason why? Still on. It's supposed to be the toughest thing you ever go through, letting someone see everything that's part of you. Gonna keep telling you, you gotta at least try. So go on anyway and give me one good reason why. Thank you.
That's Zachary Scott Johnson and Courtney McLean on the Twin Cities Hit Show.
Thank you for sitting in.